Okay, part of the quick story that I wanted to tell. Listen, guys, all of you that have lost things in life to women, let me just say this, and this might ease the pain a little bit. It's a mistake. You can learn from it. But now here's what I want to say. If God blessed you to get the things and maintain the things, because he don't give you stuff just for you to give it to you. He gives it to you for you to keep. And keeping mean you know how to maintain it. I had women who took cars from me. I let them put it in their name. But it was our cars. It was my shit, her shit. But here's how I capitalize off of it. And this was the way the creator showed me to look at it so that I didn't have a ill feeling towards it anymore. When the woman that I was with took the TVs, took the TV, the whole house. You know, she took everything. Made it look like we was moving somewhere. She went and switched to another place to move. Took my things, moved in with a Mexican dude. She was Mexican. Moved in with a Mexican dude, and all her shit went to shit. Because here's the thing. This is what she didn't get. I'm the one that picked the things and set them up and maintain those things. The other guy that comes in don't think like me, so he ain't gonna maintain those things. The cars she took, they weren't paid off, and they weren't close to getting paid off. So she could take the cars. She got a payment. Guess what? I can go back and pick a new one, buy it this go around, put it in my own name, and not have to worry about it. So eventually the cars went bad because she couldn't afford them. She lost all the things she had to sell because she didn't have the money to do. The stuff was going bad because I wasn't there to maintain it anymore. The new guy wasn't going to maintain it because he don't know how, because he didn't earn it. So listen to me, guys, and let this be a lesson to you. If you put the things there, your mind came with those ideas, no one thinks like you. If you take away the maintenance people, the people who built it, it all goes to shit because nobody wants to do the work. They don't know how to maintain it because they didn't build it. I had another chick, white girl. We had TVs, big screen TVs, computers, laptops, nice microwave. She had a microwave, and I had a whole nother style of microwave that was nice. Women, what I see with women is they will take things out of spite. It ain't theirs. They'll take it anyway because they want to have some kind of ties to you. And me, I cut that power off. When you take that shit from me, I just go get new shit and let you keep it as long as it's those things. I never will put myself in a position to lose my stuff like that again. But it's happened a few times because men want to believe that women are really with you. And they are until they aren't. Women are emotional, so they change off of their feelings. And once they think that the grass going to be green on the other side and they go over there, they think that we will accept hoes back. We don't want hoes. So hoes just got to be hoes and gone on about their business and do what hoes do. And men don't want hoes. So when you go to the other side, a man, we're wired a certain way. We will never accept you back. We're not built to do that. We're not like you. You can accept us back. We couldn't accept you back because it'll be a problem. We don't want the leftovers of other men. Now, when women cheat, it's way different than when men cheat. It just is. Women get all emotionally attached and think she knows the guy, tells him all your business, will show him what you look like, where you work, where you drive, bring the nigga to your house. But when a man does it, he don't do all that and put the woman in any danger. He's not emotionally attached to her either. He likes her, but he'll cut her off and move on with his woman and never leave his lady, where a woman would never do that with her man. So, but that's another video. That's not the point. So she took TVs, microwaves, laptops, everything, right? Check it out. Couple of months later, we were moving out of the house. She decides she wants to put me out, take what she want. And she said, oh, I'm going to send it to you. I'm going to send you stuff. You know, you ain't got to worry about it. You know, she played cool, but she didn't. She kept the shit, right? So when she moved, we had a huge, 3, 4 huge TVs. I picked the TVs. I bought the TVs. I put the TVs there. She didn't have taste in all that stuff. She never had nice things. So she called herself taking all the TVs. Not hers, all the TVs. We had like double shit. She took my shit and her shit. Well, after going through what I went through with the whole cars and house thing years before, I learned this from the higher self and the creator, that when God gives you something, he gives it to you for you to keep, and therefore he blessed you to get it. You possess the knowledge and wisdom and the intelligence to know how to achieve the things and maintain them, where the person that didn't earn them don't know how to do any of that. So it's going to go bad in their hands because they're not you. The keepers have to keep it. So I understood that. So I already knew what was going to happen to the stuff. I didn't have to wish her bad. I didn't have to worry about it because the maintainer is not going to be there to do the maintaining. She turns around. She goes to move. She's cheap. I like to do things the right way. I did the moving. She didn't want to, she wanted to hire somebody to do it. So she go hire these young guys. They break all the TVs and break the laptops. In a move, broken all the stuff that she was trying to steal. Because that's what it is, ladies. You're stealing. This is your shit. Be fair and good things will happen. Be nasty and only nasty stuff's going to come to nasty people. So in the move, all the shit got broken. And she had the guts to call me up and ask me, could I come and help her with something with her car after she just F'd me over with my things? And I told her absolutely not. She says, oh, I'm in an accident. I'm stuck on the side of the street. You're the only one I know that care that will come. And this is like 6 months after. I said, sorry, but that's not my problem. You're no longer my responsibility. You did me dirty. I would not help you. Oh, but I mean, I'm in this trouble with this guy I met on the internet, and he's giving my family problems, and my dad them loved you and you love my family. Yes, but you're not my wife, and you're not my responsibility, and that's not my family. That's your family. When I was removed from the picture, all my perks and privileges and, little tweaks and bells and whistles, that went with me. And, whatever problems you got, you on your own. I'm not coming to help you. You're not my responsibility. Oh, it's really like that? I said, listen, bro, we're not friends. I'm not your buddy. I'm not your pal. I don't sleep with you. Call up the dudes you sleep. Well, I don't really got nobody. I was sleeping with this guy and he turned to a stalker. That's between you and him. Don't call my phone with that. I'm not coming here. Oh, he's threatening my kids. Those are not my kids. See, women don't expect a real man to be a real man. Those are another man's kids. I was stepping in and doing stuff and teaching shit and buying shit for. And then when she went her way, I had no more access to the children. I had no more. This was 3 times this happened to me. I got it by the 3rd one. I don't deal with the women and their children from other men. That's why it's a bad deal for men. I've been in a lot of the men's shoes. Another one. This one was kind of funny. It was. She took a bunch of shit to TVs. They all do this stupid shit and take TVs, just petty shit. So this other one, Colombian, she stole TVs and some what is it called? She stole a clip to my gun, like a my mind is jumping. She stole a see-through 50-round drum. All right, yeah. She stole a really nice drum, brand new I had in the box. Stole one of my 4G Auto wheel lips for my rim that I had ordered and got, and I just had it in the box because my other rim, my lip was still good, but it was starting to peel, and I ordered the lip so that I could have the chrome lip to put on, and I was gonna do it for the other ones, but the only one was doing that and the other ones weren't. And I believe it's because I scratched it or whatever. So she took my stuff and said, oh, I'm holding it in storage for you. I said, I don't need you to hold my shit in storage. I didn't ask you to do that. You were told to take your things and leave my stuff there. She stole a camera. She said I took a picture with her on the camera and she couldn't get it out, so she stole it. I mean, just listen to this crazy shit. The ladies are crazy. And she stole a drum and she stole a bunch of fire sticks. I had 4 fire sticks. 4. I programmed the fire sticks myself. My homeboy does it and I do it. I keep them updated, and whenever I get into a stuck situation, he does it. Well, she don't deal with any of the stuff with the fire sticks. She don't maintain the fire sticks or update the apps on the fire stick. So when you don't do that, you know it don't operate or function properly. So she called herself taking 3 of the fire sticks from me and I kept 1, right? Remember, I keep the program and she like to watch movies. She's like, man, you watching all the movies, you doing all this stuff, you got big screen TV, you watching all this shit. She had a big screen TV, but mine was nicer. So she put her shit away and was sitting watching mine. She liked my big screen TV. She turns around and takes the TV, takes the fire sticks, but I had my 1 with me in a bag because I had 4 programmed and all 4 were the same. But I maintain them, so 1 I would keep if I would travel somewhere. I would have it with me, and I always kept that one in the bag. Well, she took the fire sticks, all 3 of them. If the 4th one would have been there, she would have took that too. She knew I had the 4th one, but she called herself being slick and taking the other 3. Brand new in the box. She just took them, right? So she turns around, gets the fire sticks, gets the shit. Well, the TV where she moved, she thought she was just gonna hook up the fire sticks and watch some cable. Her new nigga and her daughter, right? So she gets to the new place. He don't know shit about fire sticks. He just see a big ass nice TV, and she's of course telling him, I already know that it's hers, but it really wasn't. She stole it. And we had to understand that you take your shit, I got mine. But because she blowed her money on stupid shit, and I used my money to buy the things that was of value, she called herself trying to take my things. Even the gifts I bought her, she kept. I didn't ask for it back, but she took my shit. So when I asked her about my stuff, she said, oh, well, I got it. I'm going to give it to you. Oh, I'm going to get, that's all I kept hearing, but I never got shit. So after a while, I realized, okay, you're not going to get it. And she stole the TV. So I said, you know what? For her taking these things, I just brought her out of my life. She can no longer contact me. Because if I ask her about my things, she going to get off the phone. And she kept trying to come back in. So the fire sticks, I guess, needed to be updated. And she don't know how to do it. And whoever she dealing with wasn't going to do it. So she going to tell me that all the fire sticks were the bad ones and I had the good one. And I just laughed at the shit because I already knew that everything was going to go bad. And of course, the TV didn't work the way it did because the fire stick didn't work the way it did. It didn't look good because I kept it wiped down because it was a thin, real thin, nice TV that I had to take care of and have it sitting and cleaned up and always good. So it always looked brand new because I take care of my shit, and her shit looked it all beat up because she didn't take care of her shit. The point of this is men, we maintain the infrastructure to the entire planet that the women live in. Without the men, the planet just don't work. Ladies, without the men, your cars will not drive. Who do the engines? Who do the tires? Who maintain all the stuff? Even if you by yourself, you get ripped off when you go to other men. It takes a man to deal with men. So when you pick another man, that's what I used to tell her. When you pick another man, he don't think the way that I do. Women, to me, they always fuck down. The men fuck up. Men get better, the women get worse. Because they really don't know how to pick men to begin with. So now, here's what happens. They go get these dudes, they come in and show them this shit and try to impress them with what another man got for them. Or another man has bought that they have stolen or taken, right? Settlement, divorce, or they stole it as a relationship, whatever. They didn't earn it, okay? And it wasn't fairly theirs. All right. And they didn't do it right. And here's how it plays out, guys. The objects begin to look bad and go bad because the people that maintain them, they ain't there no more. So the maintenance worker and the motherfucker that put it there is gone. So the shit begins to deteriorate and look bad. And your woman will say stuff like, oh, the car don't look the way that it did, and it just started going bad, and not realizing that you the one that maintained it, kept all the fluids, oil change, maintenance, tires done. You did all that shit. The house had all the nice stuff in it because you picked it. You knew what to get. You knew why to get it. You kept it all in its function. When they remove you from it, they take all the maintenance away from all that stuff, and it goes bad. Because she don't want to do the work. The new guy don't know nothing about it. He ain't going to do the work. He going to ride it until the wheels fall off if it's a car. He going to play the TV till it don't work no more if it's a TV. And she going to be sitting there not knowing shit, and he ain't going to do shit, and the shit just going to be fucked up. Then she gonna get mad with you and say, oh man, you took the good stuff and the bad stuff to me, and oh man, this stuff ain't working the way that it did, and you did something to it. Ain't nobody did shit. You maintain it all. So guys, listen. I went and got me an 86 inch from a 60 inch. I had a really big TV with the Mexican. Then when I got with the Colombian, I went to like a 60 inch. And then when she did the Stilling, I just went and got a bigger one. But this time I entitled nobody to nothing. I got the memo that time. Or I got the facts that round. I said, okay, my shit is my shit. I'm gonna buy my shit. I ain't buying nothing with nobody or wine with nobody. I'm buying my own shit by myself. It's my shit. And I'm gonna set it all up the way I want it. And everything blossomed and bloomed, and it came back full circle, and I was blessed with way more than what I started with because I'm the one that maintained it all. I'm the one that picked it all. I had the taste. I had the mindset. It's me who did it. So whenever I'm in something or I see somebody in something, I'll be like, listen, bro, don't worry about it. I say, as soon as you pull away from this situation and completely leave it alone, everything will go bad. Will go completely bad. I'm going to give another little quick story that goes with this story, and it's really short, and it ties in neatly and nicely, and I think it's very relevant in this point that goes with what I'm saying. And I want the men to hear it because it's very important to the men that you get the concept of this story, and it's real. There was a lady that lived across the hall from me when I got out of the last relationship with the Colombian. She's a Puerto Rican lady. She had a Puerto Rican guy. He was real cool, but he drank. He was not in no physical shape, but he was a slim dude. He was cool. He was decent shape. He was just a slim guy, but he was cool. He just drank a lot, right? So the dude did wiring and building. So this dude, he did like the little gazebos and the little tiki huts. He knew how to build shit inside the house and outside on the balcony. So he took the balcony and made it look like a little resort. He built up a little tabuki, like little love shack made of straws, and it was really nice. And then he set it all up, and it looked like you was at a resort on their balcony. It just looked at fucking fly, right? And she loved it, right? And he built it for her on her balcony. It was her house, but he was with her in a relationship. He built it on her balcony. He used to speak to me all the time. That's how I knew he was there. And I ain't, I wasn't, friends with anybody. I didn't really know. I knew the lady lived there. I seen the lady, heavy set lady, wasn't bad looking, but, I don't bother nobody. So I never said nothing to her, and this guy came and he built that up. Right. And, nice on the balcony, built it up. He used to speak to me all the time. He said, hey man, you want a beer? I don't drink. So I'll be like, nah, man, I'm good. And every time he would ask me the same question, I said, listen, I don't drink. He says, oh, okay, my bad, no offense. I said, no, you always offer me a beer, and I'm, appreciative, but I don't drink. So you ain't got to offer me a beer. I appreciate it. I know you're a good guy. And so he would say, hey, Tony, how you doing? Every time he showed me, right? So a couple months later, I want to say 4 or 5 months, he was with her. All of a sudden, he disappears. And, for about 2-3 weeks, I ain't see the guy. I'm like, damn, it's kind of weird. He was always here. He worked and he came home. He was always there with her. So he disappears. And then all of a sudden, there's this fat dude there. He was Dominican. He was fat. I thought he was a cousin or somebody. I didn't know who he was. And he came there and he did security, right? And he did all the little camera shit and wiring, right? So this nigga will put on his security shirt, listen to it, and he ran all these wires through the house. He would look at me, and I remember one day he spoke. I spoke. I said, hey, because he was staring at me. I said, hey. And I said, hey, it's such and such. I ain't seen such and such. And he had a bad, he had a frown on his face, bad attitude. And he was like, he ain't around no more. I thought he was like a cousin or somebody. So I said, okay, well, I ain't seen him in like 3 weeks. And I just was, he would speak to me every day. And, and now you up there. And I know a lot of y'all family been coming around, because the other guy was telling me that a lot of family was coming there. But he was a new boyfriend, and she had done jot a new dude, and I didn't know, right? So he goes, oh, no, that dude, he's out, bro. It's me now, And I just looked at him, right? And I said, oh, okay, cool. I didn't know. I thought you was his peoples. Nah, that nigga ain't nothing, with me. Nah, man, that was the other guy. I'm the new one. I said, oh, okay. All right, cool. I said, well, my bad, Didn't mean to offend you, I didn't know. He says, oh, no problem. But he had an attitude about it. But that nigga wasn't going to say nothing to me. So he's running wires from the balcony to the front door, and he's setting up cameras. Listen, he's wiring cameras on the balcony throughout the house. Now, we're on the second floor. There's no break-ins. This is a rich area, a nice neighborhood. I won't say rich area, but a very expensive neighborhood. The rent over here is like $2,500 to $3,000, $3,500 a month. And just these condos where I'm staying, okay? So it ain't that kind of shit over there. It's a gated community, a lot of amenities. I mean, nice, all right? But he's running all these wires that he can look at, and I guess he's, helping her out, and he's fat. He's out of shape. And I guess he thought, I was talking to her, or I was friends with her. I never spoke to the lady one day. I don't do that. I didn't even know her name. Okay. I wouldn't have been speaking to the man if he wouldn't have spoke to me. But this nigga was wiring shit. So here she is having this nigga wire lights and shit out on the balcony of the other guy's little gazebos that he built. This dude is running wires and putting lights, because what she's done is says, oh, I had this built out here, and I paid and built this. This is my place. The other guy done decked her shit out. Had a house looking nice, bought shit for a crib, everything. So he done set up all this shit out on the balcony for her. Then she fires this dude. She gets the next dude. He does wiring. So this dude comes and starts putting in lights, cameras, all this little shit to what the other guy built. And in that moment, my mind clicked and my higher self said, this is what women do. She'll fire one dude, then bring another dude around, won't tell the dude what the other dude did, and have the other dude build on the other dude's shit and say that it's all her shit when she didn't earn or build any of it. And because you saw the men, you know what time it is. So the fat guy was very protective because I was in shape. He wasn't in shape. The lady was decent looking, but I had never said anything to her. She would speak to me and say hello. I would say hello and just keep going. I never talked to the lady, but that bothered him. I thought he was a family member. She would speak to me right in front of him. I thought he was a family member. I would say hey to everybody. The ladies on the balcony, they spoke to me, all of them, him too. I didn't think anything of it. But when I found out that he was a new guy, then I saw where the frown and the defensiveness came from, because he was worried that I was, used to bang his chick, or I was going to bang his chick, or I was going to take his chick. Wasn't it no thinking of ever dealing with his chick at all. My mind was in a totally nother place. I'm going through the losses from the other relationship, still trying to repair and rebuild. Listen, guys. The moral of the story is, This is how women are. This is what they do. This is what they're going to always do. Don't worry when they take your things. I can say that, but if it's millions of dollars, I can understand where you're coming from. But I will tell it to you like this. Superstars, actors, all this, business owners. Remember, you're the star of the show. The person that stole your shit hitched a ride to the show. You're the one on the stadium floor doing in the arena that they came to see. This other person is just hitching a ride along your journey. They can take your things, but you are the money maker, the cash cow. So that means when she removes herself and takes your shit, if you continue on that path, you will quadruple what you had because the Creator will bless you. And everything she stole, she'll have to use it to survive. And check this out. Every man she gets with, every family member she comes in contact with, every service or any place she goes, people are going to try to take from her what she stole from you. Family members gonna be cool with her because she got the money. She gonna be expected to pay all the bills. She's old, so the men ain't gonna want her for her beauty. They gonna want her for her money. If she got cars, they gonna want to drive her cars. So she's going nowhere but down because she's not the star of the show, and she stole from you because she wasn't entitled to half your shit. And to me, that's the Creator's way of punishing the women for doing that and taking those vows. They end up losing the stuff that they took. Example, you got Bezos, right? This guy was some billions, 36 billion, I think his chick took. If you look at his bank account now and you go look at her bank account now, his shit has went drastically up. He's 3 times more than what he lost with her, but he wanted that payout just to get away from her, right? He was willing to give her the half just to go his separate way. But if you go look at her bank account, she got enough for some lifetimes, but it was what he built. She didn't build it. So hers is drastically lower and his is all the way up because he never stopped. He had bigger plans. God gave him bigger ideas. He did better. And therefore, he's prospered even more. So if you hold your head up and you rebuild, the Creator will make up for the time that's lost. God always can fix the time part. Guys, he can fix that. For the ladies, he can fix it too when you get bad men and you go get and you stay good and stay faithful and stay true to your Creator and your faith and keep being that good person and not turn to an evil person or a bad person because you dealt with bad people. You will get blessed with the one that will reciprocate back what you're putting out there. This isn't just a message to the men, but a big part of it is, but it's also a message to the women because you got some good women out there too. But you guys don't know how to pick men. Y'all pick bad men. Y'all pick the wrong men to put into, and the men you should put into, you don't put into. And then when you marry the guys for the wrong reasons, in the end, you want to divorce the guy and take his stuff because you want to go back out there and ride the cock carousel and use his money to buy a bunch of dumb shit that you don't know nothing about, that you can't maintain, and not understand that everything in this world requires maintenance. Maintenance. Okay? And if you don't know how to maintain those cars, that house, that lawn, if you ain't willing to pay them big bills, you better stay with that man. Because the minute that you step out there with his money, all the shit you took gonna go to shit. People gonna try to advise you, lawyers gonna steal from you, family members gonna steal from you, realtors gonna steal from you, maintenance, mechanics gonna steal from you, dealerships gonna steal from you. What did you steal it for? If everything gonna go bad because the person that maintained it is not there, you just stole something for nothing because you ain't gonna get to enjoy it and you ain't gonna keep it long because you didn't earn it. You stole it, and that's only fair. And that's my message to you. Guys, if you lose your shit in divorces or in relationships, don't get so down about it. Yeah, it hurts to start over, but you learning a lesson. Don't ever entitle a woman to your shit. And any woman that get with you for what you could do for her, you need to get rid of her because she not there for you like that. The minute that stuff stops or she thinks she can do better or get better, she will cut you, take half of your shit, move over to the next guy, and think the next guy is going to be with her, and he's not. Ladies, the man that first entitled you to the shit you stole, ain't nobody going to entitle you ever to that stuff again when you leave him. That man loved you enough to entitle you to everything he's ever earned. Ain't no other man going to love you as much as that. They'll all tell you they will sleep with you, but they will never let you inherit or put you in a position to inherit their wealth after they just saw what you did to the other guy. And this is the way men are. And ladies, you better wake up, because if you think that men are stupid, you better think again. Men are quiet. It ain't what they telling you. You look at what they doing. Same thing to the guys. It ain't what she's telling you. Look at her actions and the shit that she's doing. And that tells you who she is right there. So I hope this video helped. I had to make it. It was important. And to me, it's a very good video. Hits on some real good points. I'm doing better than I ever did. I'm only now putting back my jewelry is the last thing, but a lot of my pieces are way more expensive than the other ones, because I really upgraded. In some months time, you're going to see what I upgraded to. You're going to see all the stuff that I built and that I'm paying on, that I'm about to take out. But I went through some shit, because if I didn't, I would still had it all on. And a lot of us guys, we love cars, we love houses, we love jewelry. You know, a lot of us do. And so some of us love clothes. I got out of the clothes field with the Filipino. I got smart, started saving my money. I realized I could take more trips and go to more places and have more fun and more experiences and more excitements and more adventures if I cut out all the expensive clothes, which I didn't need anyway, because I worked out. And simple stuff is really what it boils down to. I'm only expensive with my shoes, my jewelry, and my hats. Other than that, that's it. Them the only things that I'm in my cars. Other than that, that's it. But I got out of the clothes shit a long time ago. So that's that. I'm real simple and plain when it comes to the clothes. And it still look nice, and I just like the way shit look and fit on me. And I really don't care about no name brands. I ain't into it. I only like name brand when it comes to shoes. Shades too, you know, and I just got into the shades, buying shades. But I buy all the really nice shit, you know. I buy the shit I like. I like the Versace. I bought me 3 pairs different that I really like. And Ray-Bans, I bought me those. And a pair of Oakleys, I bought a pair of those. But that's it. You know, I ain't big on buying a whole bunch of shades, because I really ain't into all that. I like the specific ones. I saw them, I got them. That was it. Simple as that. But listen, guys, just don't let no woman inherit your stuff you worked hard for. Because these women ain't in it for the long haul, and they ain't in it for love. They in it for what they can take. And in the beginning, they coming in plotting on the end. Whenever you get with a woman and she start talking about when it ends, what you gonna do, you got to get out of there, because she already looking for the end. And most of them come in with the end in mind before they even get with you, because they have open doors to their past. They befriend their exes. They talk to their exes' family members so they can go back to their exes, or they stay friends with them and keep an open door and try to get you to accept it, so that when you see it, it's no problem. What the women want is fools. They want a man that's gonna let them bring in all their past men to the present man and accept this shit. And all the idiots that do that are fools. You asked for it. You shouldn't do that. If you do that, you just signed your death warrant for your relationship. It's gonna die. It's gonna end. You just signed on your expiration date. It's just a matter of time. Because women are too emotional. They need men to keep them in check, but they too emotional. And when you got an emotional person, which is a woman, she can love you today and be your worstest enemy tomorrow. You could have laid with her your whole life and knew her all from a kid, and she'll do the worstest things to you. She'll tell your business. She'll put you out there. She'll sail you down the river for, you know, because she's angry. They just not smart, bro. They're just not smart. I ain't saying all women, but I'm going to say at least 98% of them or 95. They're just not there mentally. They're not with God. They're not with the men. They're not with the children. The women are the only ones I know, especially the black ones, that will put themselves before God, the children, and the men. It's just about them and their happiness. And happiness is not in the vows, ladies. It really isn't. When you start coming in there talking about it's about you and the man's supposed to treat you like a queen, ain't nowhere in that book does it say that. It says God made Eve because he saw Adam was lonely. That means you were put here to be our companions, not the other way around. Men should not cater to you, bow to you, and worship you. You not supposed to be. That's what got Adam fucked up in the garden. Y'all fucked it up over there and you fucking it up over here. Whenever y'all run shit, it goes bad. Men are the balance. They're the logical creature. They're the ones that can make sense of what they see. And y'all just do shit off of feelings, which is always going to lead you the wrong way when you do that. Y'all don't know how to pick men. Y'all don't know how to treat men. Y'all don't have a lot to offer the men. Most of y'all don't know what to do with a good man. Y'all just don't want to do what the man telling you to do, but you want the man. Y'all just can't have your cake and eat it too. Sorry. It just don't work that way, ladies. And guys, the women are very backwards. But that's another video anyway. I hope this helped.